That's how it's looking right now. Come back in a little bit, and yeah, because this is epic. Hey, what's up? So today we're going to be going over how to make epic hyperlapses like a pro, and they're really a lot easier than you might think. All right, check this out. Here is our 1x2. Oh yeah, you already know what time it is. That thing is going in time lapse right now, and so is the Insta360 edition. And the thing about hyperlapses is you gotta pick your spot. All right, so before I get all the haterade down in the comments about time-lapse versus hyperlapse, oh, well, there's a difference, you know, it's not an actual hyperlapse, it's time-lapse. I guess I need to go over the difference. So, time-lapse, your camera's in a stationary spot. Hyperlapse, your camera moves over a long distance. That's it. So, I'm done. As long as you put some camera movement in post, you got a hyperlapse. All right, so to set up a time-lapse or hyperlapse, whatever you want to call it, which is what we're about to do now with the Insta360 1X2 and the One RS 1-inch 360. Like I said, you're going to want to find your location. And as far as locations go, what you're also going to want to do is make sure that you're using the widest lens possible. For this, obviously 360 cameras, you don't get wider than that. However, just the same way on the iPhone, what we're doing is we're using the ultra wide angle lens. What that's going to do is give you way more background and way more information for your time lapse or hyperlapse. It makes it look way more dynamic. We're going to be setting this thing up for a good solid 20 minutes. So what you want to do, just go ahead, turn it on. I'm hoping you can see this okay. Let me move a little bit closer. You turn it on, it's already on time lapse. I'm not connecting it to the phone or anything right now. And so the cool part, you hit go. And then it starts up right away. Now we find another spot. The 360 edition. We're gonna set this bad boy up right here. Because look at that depth of field. That's going to be our focal point. Hit record. And then you see it's going to be right at eye level. And so that's going to be our view. The display facing out that way. It's recording. Get the lens cap off. And we're good to go. We're going to wait about 20 minutes. I'm going to turn the cameras off. Too easy. We're going to head back, get into post. Or actually, I can do a screenshot. This is the hard part. The hard part is finding a good location. The easy part, just speeding it up. So now while hyperlapses and time lapses are really freaking easy with 360 cameras, because in the app, all you have to do is speed it up after it processes. It takes a while for it to export, but really whenever you're done, the final product, especially with the flow state stabilization, is insane. And like that's literally all the work you have to do other than like some mild color grading, but which you can do in the app. However, there's other ways, and I'm fully aware that not everybody has a 360 camera. So with that being said, you can do the same thing with your smartphone. All you gotta do is find some leading lines and then stay the line. Keep it as simple and steady as possible. follow a straight line, and then really that's all you have to do. Imagine for a second, think about your timeline. If it's 24, 30, 60 frames per second, for the proper motion blur, obviously you're going to want the 24 or 30. So therefore, just keep that in mind. For every 1 second, right, there should be 24 pictures, right? And you're going to be speeding that up. So a simple solution, you find a long distance, maybe a quarter mile, maybe 100 yards. Let's call it that, 100 yards, which is about a football field, right? So you take one shot at a specialized location. You take one shot of your subject. Maybe it's a tall building, or maybe it's a tree. Maybe it's a gazebo. Maybe it's a 360 camera, right? Whenever you do it, you get that ninja walk. All right, so quick and honest disclaimer here. My goal here isn't to hold your hand during the entire process, because I really want to inspire you to use your own mind and your own creativity, because ultimately it doesn't matter what camera you have. I've done hyperlapses with this thing. Like I'm saying, it doesn't really matter which camera you have. It's the technique that you gotta hone, okay? Just make sure if you're going to do like regular still photos, which obviously is like really good also, then you just bring the shot sequence back into whatever video editor that you're doing. If it's not letting you just drag everything in there with the automated sequence, just take the extra couple minutes, take all your photos and number them 1 through whatever, 150, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Put them into your timeline. And then all you got to do, each picture, each still picture is a frame, right? That seems pretty self-explanatory. And if you're going to be stitching them together like that, that's too easy, because all you got to do is select them all and then nest it. Turns it into one sequence. After it's nested, you can right click on the FX little square or whatever and then speed it up. You know what I mean? So like, it's really simple, and I don't want to insult your intelligence by like going kindergarten style with it, because like I said, this video is how to create a hyperlapse like a pro, not a beginner. So now you can do it absolutely with a drone, which you've seen in this video. And if you want to learn how to do it with a drone like you've seen in this video, check this video out right here, and it's a complete entire full tutorial on it, actually while I'm in the air. So it was kind of a live stream little test that I did on this channel. And let me know down in the comments if you'd like to see more of that. Like, it's kind of raw, but you actually get to see what I'm seeing, like through screen record through my phone, like with the drone in the air, which is kind of cool. But anyway, yeah, let me know down in the comments if that's something that you'd want to see. Literally, that's all it takes. I got some loud birds over here. But really, that's all it takes to get like epic hyperlapses to add to your B-roll, which is going to be a new sub-series part that I'm doing on this channel, is how to make some epic B-roll for your vlogs. Because you know what's crazy? Think Media just tried to call out like all of us vloggers and saying that like vlogging is dead. Nah, man, we just getting started. Thumbnail time. Anyways, guys, so if you've been enjoying this content, by all means, smash that like and subscribe button. Ring the notification bell for more of this content, because we are getting ready to, like I said, launch our next feature of how to shoot epic B-roll like a pro. Obviously, hyperlapses is going to be part of that, and then that's what we're kind of rolling into this entire thing. So that's how important they are. Next, you know, let me know down in the comments on the next type of content that you'd like to see, and we're going to catch back with you later.